Welcome back to our EPIC video series for faculty. My name is Lynn Leese. I'm the Associate Director of Career and Faculty Partnerships on the career team here at Mercy. I'm your contact for all things EPIC, and so I like to start these videos with my contact information should you have any questions. In the second video, we'll show you how to track your students' progress using EPIC. If you need any reminders or support on logging into the system, please check out our first video on logging in. But for now, we're going to go straight into epicmercy.toapath.com. Now, I should note before we get started that you actually do not have to log into EPIC to track your students' progress if you don't wish to. Every month, by default, we will send you a report of your students' progress right to your email inbox. It will show you every student, every module that they have been assigned, a completion status, and a date and timestamp. If you would like to rely on those Excel sheets entirely, you absolutely can. We set up a monthly automated report, and we can also customize that schedule for you. So if you prefer to see them weekly, or if you would like them on demand, if you would like to just reach out by email, you can request a report. So you never have to learn the new system if you don't wish to. But I know a lot of faculty like to be able to log in at any time and see where their students stand. So if that's you, this is how we will do it. Once you've logged into EPIC, you will probably land on this student snapshot page. If that is not the case, it is probable that you are not logged in as a faculty role. And so the way you need to switch that is using your profile icon at the bottom left of the screen. And when you open that, you will see both a faculty staff role and a student role. You can access both sides of the system. We'll show you the student view in another video. But if you are not seeing the student snapshot, you will probably have to just flip to your faculty staff role. If you're still not seeing the student snapshot, you can open this menu in the top left and click on Student Snapshot, and that will take you here. Now, probably your default view of the student snapshot will show you every student in the system and every module in the system. So it's very likely that you'll have something like 8,000 students on this list to begin with. And you may have 13 or more modules up here that aren't necessarily the subset for your class. If you have a subset already here, it is likely that you filtered to a class in a previous semester or earlier this semester, and so this will keep whichever filter you were looking at last. So if, for instance, you're teaching with just one section of an EPIC course, once you filter the first time, it will stay there for you every time you log in. However, we're going to operate under the assumption that you are looking at an unfiltered list or an incorrectly filtered list, and you need to find your course. Now, this filtering process is a little bit new for fall 2021. So if you are used to filtering in previous semesters, this is slightly different. Some of you are used to using this filter, this clipboard filter, to narrow down the modules at the top of this list. You do not have to do that anymore. The only filter that we are working with starting in fall 2021 is this cone filter in the top right corner. So when you click that, you will see a couple of fields. One is a search field. One is a filter by class. One might be group IDs. If you do not see this, that's actually the optimal scenario. You don't have to touch group IDs. The filter we're working with is called filter by class, and you should see the active semester. So right now we're working with fall 2021 classes. If you open this list and find your last name, this is in alphabetical order, you will see the courses that you are teaching. And if you have multiple sections, you'll see a listing for each different section. So for these purposes, let's say I'm Professor Lawrence, I'm teaching critical inquiry, so Sync 101, and I'm going to start with the first section that I'm teaching. The finicky part of this filter process is that once you click the list, you'll see your section highlighted, but you do have to click somewhere else on the screen off of this list to kind of close it down. And then you will see which section you filtered to, and you can click submit. And if you give this a second to work its magic, it should now show you just your students for this class. I've got 20 students. And down here at the bottom, I can either show more students at a time, or I can use the arrows to get through my list. So these are just the students in this class. And across the top, this has narrowed down to just the modules that are in this class. And you will be able to see what they are by rolling your mouse over the number of the module. Now, the key that you're using here, these red exclamation points, means that a student has not begun that module. There are also yellow arrows, which indicate that a student has begun but has not finished. And there are green check marks that indicate that a student has finished and submitted their module. So if you're using this snapshot to track your students, you're going to just look across the module list and see which ones are checked off in green. That means they're done. If there are some in yellow that should have been done already, that student may still need to finish or may not have clicked submit once they finished inputting their information. And then if you've got these red exclamation points, they haven't started. So this is a simple way to just see where your students stand and follow up with them. Now, if I want to toggle to a different section or unfilter this, I'm going to go back into these filters. The first thing I have to do is re-click this section in the list. So I open this and it's highlighted. I have to click this to remove it from the list. You'll see the list reset, so I apologize. You will have to scroll back down, but you'll know that the section has been removed now from the filters because I'm at the top of the list again. So I'm going to scroll back down, and now I'm going to look at, as Professor Lawrence, my second section here. Again, clicking off the screen, clicking submit, giving that a moment, and now I have a new list of students, and I can take a look at the modules for their class. And again, if you want, however you leave this page, if I left it filtered to this class, this is how my snapshot will now look when I log in. And as I mentioned, there are Excel reports that offer some more detail on these modules. So first of all, if you need a timestamp, you will see that in the monthly reports. And whether or not you opt to log into the site on your own, you will still get those automated reports in your inbox as well, and they can be run on demand. If you would like other information out of the modules, such as what the students are writing, the content they're submitting, or quiz scores from the quizzes that they're taking, please reach out because we can certainly work out how to get that to you. So this has been how to view the student snapshot in EPIC and track their progress through your courses. In our third video, we will show you how to look at the student view of EPIC if you'd like to see what your students see and how to find your classes and your modules, and if you would like to look through the modules yourself to see the content in them. So come back for video 3 if you'd like to see the student view.